I don't need a very lengthy introduction because you can see from the slideshow here.
Quick slideshow.
That today I've asked Kyle Anderson to come and speak with us, the newly appointed recorder for Madison County. He is a local East Alton-Wood River High School graduate, so quite proud of that fact that we have one of our grads doing something so good in the community here. I'm not going to go into a lot of his other credentials because I think that's part of his presentation here that he's going to talk about. So with that, I'll turn it over to Kyle.
Thanks a lot for having me. I was appointed February 1st. I took over the job, so I haven't been on the job real long, but I've hit the ground running and did a lot of streamlining of the office, which hopefully you'll learn more about through my presentation and as I announce it, as we're totally confident that it's working. I'll announce that to the public. But like Aaron said, I'm a lifelong resident of Madison County. I was born and raised in Wood River, where I still live there now with my wife Jamie and my 3 kids, Keaton, Gwen, and Graham. So we have a very busy household. I graduated from SIUE with honors, and where I worked for my dad doing construction. We did a lot of roofs growing up, and I would sell during the school year, sell roofing jobs, and then during the summer I had the pleasure of carrying shingles up the ladder a lot. So thus I graduated college, very quickly. I didn't want to work to do that. And then previously I was the statewide director of communications for the Illinois Department of Transportation. I worked closely with Dave on a lot of transportation projects in the area. 7 years ago, I was elected, the youngest ever elected Wood River City Councilman. I was 23, and I've always been interested in government, wanted to serve. So as soon as I got the opportunity to run, I ran, and I ran on the basis I wanted to try to improve the housing stock, try to bring about some commercial development, and maintain our services while not raising taxes. So our tax levy actually lowered during I believe 5 of the 7 budgets we had. We lowered the tax levy. In addition, I implemented the Clean Sweep program and was part of the Walmart development and tried to spur commercial development. The reason I'm here today is to talk about the recorder's office. Very few people actually know what the recorder's office does, and we are primarily responsible for if there's a real estate transaction, we make sure everyone knows that who bought the house and who sold it. And so that way someone can't say, come back later on legally or any other way and say that they own the house or they have a vested interest in it. We also, so we established, the legal ownership by recording that document so everyone knows who owns the property. We preserve all records of deeds, for perpetuity. So every document we have all the way back to 1812, the formation of the state. We do it through well, I go into the recording process, but we have microfilm dating all the way back to there, and books, and our vault. If you ever have the opportunity to be up there, come in, ask me for a tour of our vault. It's pretty amazing all the books we have and all the information we have in our vault. We maintain records of subdivision plats, mortgages, liens, lien releases, and also corporation filings. There is legislation pending right now that would essentially do away with that part of our job, which I am actually supporting. Currently, the Secretary of State's office, it's kind of a duplication of government services. The Secretary of State's office requires corporations to file with them as well as your local recorder. The Secretary of State introduced legislation this year that would remove the local entity, so my office would no longer, you wouldn't be required to record with our office, which is an undue burden to you guys and an undue cost. Since the Secretary of State's whole database is available online. So the Recorder Association is against it. I'm breaking with them. I'm for it because I think it's kind of silly for us to do the same thing the Secretary of State's office is doing. The recording process is pretty cool. We push a lot of paper. We are the ultimate paper pusher. So I know clerks do a lot of paper pushing, but 2 days ago we had 400 documents go through our office in one day. Typically here, since I've taken over, it's been about 150, 175 documents that we record daily. 2 days ago was 400 documents, which is a good sign, I believe, that maybe the real estate market is picking up. So basically, the process goes that you can bring documents into our office, or you can mail them in if you see fit. We look at the documents, make sure that all the guidelines and everything is correct in the document. Once we deem it recordable, we record it and we assess a filing fee that is set by the county board. We are not taxpayer funded in any way. If you use our office, you pay for it. If you don't use our office, you don't pay for it. So we are completely a self-funding office. So once documents are deemed recordable, we literally just stamp them. It's electronically now, but we stamp them that they're recorded, and we have what's called the race to the courthouse. We take documents as we get them. So if you come in and the president's behind you wanting to record a document, he's gonna stay behind you. So you give us your document, it's gonna be recorded in the order that we get it. So we don't change that in any way. So as soon as it's recordable, we take that and we scan it in and we assign it a tracking number, our document number. So every document that we have now has a tracking number. So we can easily pull up any record that we have via that document number. So these documents are then viewable over the internet. So we have two different programs that allow you to view documents over the internet, and that one's called Laredo, and primarily title companies, banks, those institutions utilize Laredo. It's like a monthly fee. But if you are so inclined, we have another system called Tapestry, which is more for the one-time user. Somebody who wants to do some genealogical research at their house, they can pay a one-time fee and access all of our documents from 1997 and forward. So, and you can go in there and look up, and it's very user-friendly. You can look up a whole wide range of documents. Every document we have from 1997 forward, you can find there. Basically, who uses the recorder's office are real estate companies, title companies, genealogists, banks, the legal system use their office a lot, surveyors, and the general public does, but not a whole lot. Most time it's like the typical person doing some local genealogy who uses our office. Documents to record, there's a whole bunch of them, there's a whole laundry list of them, but I can't go through all of them. But deeds, liens, mortgages, plats, easements, DD-214s are a major part of what we do, UCC filings, and a whole bunch of other documents. And lien releases are another big one. So if you ever have a lien, we make sure that we file the lien release as well. So, and moving the office forward, I'm going to continue to work on customer service. That's my #1 goal. And then in addition, we're going to try to do property fraud protection. We have a new system that we're implementing that I'm going to talk about here in a second. I have a pamphlet on it that'll help protect you from property fraud. In addition, I've implemented some new policies on redaction of personal information from documents because identity theft is a major concern. And e-recording is the future of our office, and I'm hopeful that we're going to get that up and running by the end of the year. So first and foremost, every day we strive to give you good customer service. That's what we are. We are a customer service agency. So you come to our counter and we don't pass the buck or anything like that. I had a gentleman, a Walmart attorney from Kansas City, called about the Godfrey Walmart, and he called me up and said, how do I vacate a subdivision plat? That's not really my job to tell an attorney what to do, but I told him, you give me information, I'll go to our state's attorney and figure out what you need to do, and I'll get back with you. And he was very surprised by that because he expected me just to forward him on to a voicemail or something. If you call me, I won't pass the buck, even if it's another government agency. I'll find the answer out for you and try to get back to you best as I can. Most of our documents are recorded within 24 hours. So you bring it in, it's going to be on the books within 24 hours of you giving it to us. And then the original will be returned to you within 4 to 5 business days. So as soon as we record it, we send the original right back to you. I never could be this guy because I don't have the hair for it. But so basically, there's a new, well, that's not new. It's been going on for 3 or 4 years, but property fraud and mortgage fraud is a major concern, mostly in these urbanized areas.